Welcome to Show Up and Glow. My name's Jalen. This is my cozy corner, a space created just for you to tune in and chill out. If this interests you, I invite you to find some headphones, a quiet space, and join me for a calming and comforting experience. If this is not for you, that is okay. I appreciate you stopping by. As you notice yourself enjoying your stay, please be sure to like and subscribe for more of this calm and cozy vibe. Now let's get started. Well, if you're seeing this today, it is Christmas Eve here in the States. Yes, I can't believe it. I feel like we were literally just talking about fall, and now we have passed the first day of winter. Like, what? Where did the year go? And that "where did the year go" sentiment has been around since I was a kid. It's what all the adults would say around us. Oh my gosh, this year just flew by. Wow, you blinked and it's Christmas again. And there's something to that. It's like during the entire year, it doesn't feel like it's racing by. Like it's just, you're in it. For me, I'm always looking towards those cooler seasons and those cooler months. So I'm never really in the present moment. And then when it gets here, and the holidays, if they are a special time for you, it's like you want to savor it and you want time to finally slow down. You just want it to be longer and calmer and not just go with the wind as the entire year has been going. So today I just wanted to reminisce a little bit about some nostalgia that's been coming up for me now that we're into Christmas, and some memories I thought would be fun to share with you. And I'd love to hear from you about your holiday memories if you have any that stand out. Because, I don't know, I like to hear about that stuff. So today is Christmas Eve. We were always a Christmas Day family. When I grew up, we would go to church on Christmas Eve. And it would be the later service. Our church at the time was really beautiful. It had a large stained glass window, wall. It was a giant wall of a window that was stained glass behind the pulpit. And we would go for this nighttime service where you would get to actually light a little candle. We'd have these little white candles on a stick, white little candlestick with a white little holder, and you'd grab one as you go in, and then we would all sing Silent Night, and it would be pitch black. They would turn off all the lights, and then we would light the candles. Someone on one end of the row would light it, and then you pass it on to the next person. And we would sing Silent Night, and the room would be lit with these candles that we're all holding. And even as a kid, I always thought, this is so beautiful. Look how beautiful this is. It would make me feel a little emotional. and just the feeling of Christmas was around. Before that church service, we would always go out to dinner. And Christmas Eve was one of 6 special holidays or special moments that we would go out during the year. We were pretty frugal throughout the years. We didn't eat out very much. We didn't go to restaurants unless it was fast food. So Christmas Eve, we would go to some type of restaurant and have a nice dinner together before the church service. And one year, we had all these new restaurants open up. We had like a brand new shopping center open up. And one year, we didn't know much about this restaurant. This was before we looked up restaurants on the internet. This was before like Google reviews. Maybe they were around, but we were not using them. This was probably 20 years ago. Yes. So these new restaurants opened up, and for Christmas Eve, we're like, we're going to go try one of these as a family. Let's just see what it's about. It says it's like a barbecue or smokehouse, and it looked really cool from the outside. So we stroll up to this restaurant, not knowing anything about it. And then we were like a little taken aback because we're like, why do we see these girls' bellies in these short little shirts and short shorts or skirts maybe they were wearing? And if you're unfamiliar with this restaurant, you can look it up after this, but we were going to dine at Bone Daddy's. Yeah. Once we were already in the restaurant, we all looked at each other and just shrugged. We were like, I guess we're just gonna eat at Bone Daddy's right now. We can get in right now. There's not even a wait. And this is right before we went to church, so we felt like we could ask for forgiveness if we were doing something wrong in the moment. But I will be quite honest, it was a delicious meal. The meal was fantastic. And the poor waitress who was serving us, I'm sure, was shocked that my family was in there on Christmas Eve. And it's a memory I will never forget. And we never went back. It was just not our vibe. Good food, but not our vibe. And so that Christmas Eve was a little weird, singing Silent Night, being like, we just went to like kind of a Hooters for barbecue, smokehouse stuff right before this. This feels very odd. But there was always this magic that was in the air, obviously. I mean, even as I got older, the Christmas season still brought this magic. I love it. I love it. I love it to this day. And we had a tradition. We would put out cookies and carrots for Santa and his reindeer, obviously, and milk. And then, for whatever reason, my parents were like, we're going to make a cake for baby Jesus. So we made a cake for baby Jesus, like he was going to come visit us with Santa. I don't know where their train of thought was with that, but we did it. It was always a funfetti cake with funfetti icing, obviously. And then we ate the cake the next day too. But as I got older and left my parents' house and started to build my own life, I don't really have like Christmas Eve traditions anymore. And I think I think maybe when you have kids in your life, those traditions are very important to start feeling like you're making something, like they have these memories like I do to look back on. And the older I get, the more flexible I am about Christmas Eve, about Christmas Day, you know, what we're doing, where we're going, just trying to accommodate the family that's in the area. But then Christmas Day, we would wake up and open presents together right away, before the sun was up. Or, well, most of the time my parents made me wait till the sun came up, but we were awake and sitting on those couches ready to go. Now here in the States also, I don't know if in other countries they had this, but we had like toy books, like Toys R Us before it went away. Toys R Us would send out this giant holiday catalog, and we would go through and like circle photos, put hearts next to photos, show our parents like this is what we want, or like tell Santa. So we would always do that leading up to the holiday. And then Christmas Day, you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to get from this giant Toys R Us book? That was really fun. It was a different time. I know some family members did the same this year. They actually got, it was like a Target big holiday book. And so now these bigger retailers are doing that. And kids are going through circling it, doing the same thing. And that's just so fun. Even if you don't believe that that's the point of the season and the holiday, if you do believe that, it's harmless at the end of the day. You know, it's not for everyone, I get that, but if you do celebrate in that way, it just starts putting into them memories that are going to come up later in life, like right now, reminiscing on it. Another special day throughout the year that we got to go to a restaurant was New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, we would always make really special. And for New Year's Eve, for years and years, we would go to hibachi. We would go have a hibachi dinner. If you're unfamiliar with hibachi, Google it. And I love a hibachi restaurant. And I think I'm going to do that for New Year's Eve this year. I need to keep that tradition because that's really fun to me. It was so fun. And then we would watch the Dick Clark special on TV. And now we have like the CNN special or the ABC or NBC or CBS. Like there's so many out there nationally that we can watch on New Year's Eve. And that's so fun. I just still love that. Even if I go to bed when New York celebrates their New Year's Eve. Because I'm like, okay, well, it's New Year's Eve there, so why not? But what do you do? What are your holiday traditions? What are your New Year's Eve traditions? Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Day traditions? We are going to eat tamales. And on Christmas Day, we're going to see some family. And yeah. And then a week later, we get to enjoy another sweet memory. But then it's done. Then it's the brand new year. And I'm just not ready for that. I'm ready for it, but I'm not ready for it. I'm ready for it. Because 2024 has been quite the year. And I'm very blessed as I sit here today, reflecting on it. But I'm not ready for it because I don't want this time to go by so fast. I want it to slow down. I want it to feel like the cozy corner when you're in it, like you're all in and you're the most present and you're not thinking about getting to the next month and getting to the next season. You just want to savor it. I really, really wish for that this Christmas. That time would slow down just a little bit. So that way the days feel long and full. and fulfilling, and not that we're racing through it or that we can't even enjoy it with the rest of everything going on in our world, you know? So yeah, tell me about a fun holiday memory you have from childhood or adulthood, from the holidays, something that sticks with you. I'd love to read about it in the comments below. And yeah, share this video with someone who also likes to reminisce on the holidays of past. It's just a special time. To close out today's video, I'd like us to do some rounds of breathing to take a moment and be thankful for this holiday season, that you're here with me today, that I'm here with you today, and just set an intention on how you want the end of this year to go. We have a week, and then it's a new year. So wherever you are, however you're watching or listening, just take a moment to close your eyes. Allow the body to get still. No movements. Just find that stillness. Let's do 3 rounds of nice deep breaths in and nice full exhales out. Now set your intention for how you'd like the rest of this year to go. How you'd like to end 2024. The vibe you want to live in. The way you want to feel. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes and take this time to get ready for the final holidays of the year. Take some time to reflect on the past, visualize the future, and come back to the cozy corner anytime you need to just slow down, chill, feel all the cozy vibes. I'm here for you, and I'm so happy you were here with me today. I'll see you again real soon.